Welcome to the worst year of our lives, the only straight, furry, sex-negative podcast in the fucking world.
Sex negative, but not all negative.
I'm Scott, and this is my lovely co-host, Drew. Drew, wave to the nice people.
I don't like how polite you're being. I really don't like this.
No? Okay. Let's get real then. Can we stop the bullshit for a minute and just talk real?
You want to do some real talk? You gonna turn your chair around Michelle Pfeiffer style?
Yeah, I'm gonna Dangerous Minds it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Dangerous Liaisons it.
Are we gonna listen to some Coolio?
I'm gonna Cruel Intentions it.
Oh.
Yep.
Basic Instinct it? Can I see your pussy?
She's all that. Yeah.
I don't know if that fits the scheme.
Yeah, I know. But it's got that nice song by Sixpence None the Richer.
Is it a nice... I don't know.
It's a cover.
Yeah. But
by... if I can pull the original. The Laws?
Sure.
Yeah. Who's going to look it up? No one.
Nope.
I'm just going to say I'm right.
Not Stat Boy.
I don't think you know what stats are.
Nope.
It's
a reference to PTI, you fuck.
I didn't know that.
You curly-haired fuck.
What, you think I'm watching sports shows? I'm
think
too
you
busy
do.
having sex.
Good thing I wasn't drinking when you said that. I don't want a baby wail all over my microphone.
I gave it a shot. So, porn's back on OnlyFans. After a scare for a week. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about it.
I love secret espionage Christians. And they get busted.
A group of powerful Christians who are lobbying MasterCard, which is one of OnlyFans' major payment systems, who, and literally just because they don't want porn. For the Christians, it's not a financial thing. They're going about it in a financial way. But their goal is just for there not to be porn.
Yeah.
They don't benefit financially from it.
Yeah.
In fact, they lose because they're lobbying MasterCard by giving MasterCard millions and millions of dollars.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, does that mean that MasterCard are secretly also the bad guys?
Drew, MasterCard were always the bad guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a twist.
You know who's the good guys? And this may surprise you. Diners Club.
Diners Club. What do you think the percentage...
The first credit card, P.S. They invented it.
What is the percentage of people...
Zero!
Yeah, you answered it before I even stopped.
Was it the right answer to your question? What percentage of people are using Diners Club on a regular basis? The answer is zero.
Yeah, that's absolutely... I was absolutely going to say that. It's the same thing with how many people have American Express outside of the United States. Because you can get it outside the United States.
Yeah.
But is it also 0%?
No. I had one.
But do you use it?
Not anymore. I used it to get a free flight, and I got it, and then I stopped using it.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a trip to NYC.
NYC.
On behalf of Big Daddy Mastercard. And by Big Daddy Mastercard, I mean Big Daddy American Express.
Big Daddy Mastercard.
But no, I've got my American Express Black Card, which I use for special occasions when I need to buy an island.
But you need to build little miniature shrines all over an island?
What is a private island without shrines, I ask you? What's even the point?
There is no point.
It's a sundae without the syrup.
It's
Scott without Drew.
Nah, you can have that. I'm fine without having Drew.
All right, then we are agreed. We can perhaps phase out the Drew aspect. Stop licking your glass. What do you...
Would you like to share with the fine ladies and gentlemen that your big news?
Oh, what's my big...
Your return to the squared circle?
Oh, yeah.
Your professional wrestling return?
It would have happened when this airs. No, okay, no. Yeah. I don't know when it is. I'm not even sure... where it is. I mean, us right now.
Oh.
I know when the show is. I just don't know what we're doing right now.
9/11, baby.
Now, if you're not doing anything the day before 9/11... and
commemorate your love of 9/11.
If you find yourself in or about the Pacific Northwest, might I suggest heading to Sos Pro Wrestling Friday, September 10th in Seattle, Washington. at an address on, I'm going to say, Leary Way Northwest. Fucking look it up. It's not my job. It's yours. The important thing is Sos Pro Wrestling on Friday the 10th at, I think it's at 7:30 p.m.
Does SOS stand for Save Our Scots?
So OnlyFans sucks.
Scott. Oh, whoa. Scott.
I like that, and it's a palindrome. But yeah, I'm having my first match in 18 fucking months. Yeah, almost just over 18 months. 18 months and 4 days by my count.
Yep.
Hopefully I remember how to wrestle.
I don't think you do.
I
hope you don't break your arm again.
I also hope I don't break my arm again.
First match back, break your arm, have another surgery, but not the surgery you want.
Yeah, okay, we can all agree the next surgery I get is going to be voluntary.
Yeah.
This much we can be assured of. And even if I break my arm again, I'm just going to wrap that into the big surgery. Because I'm like,
Doc, you're already here.
While you're doing all the other wild shit that is medically questionable, could you fix my arm?
Yeah.
I don't think that's too much to ask. I think for the $17 million I'm paying you to radically alter my body, maybe you could fix my broken arm while you're at it. That doesn't seem like too big an ask.
You know what? It's not.
Doc.
He's already cut you open.
Mr. Kevorkian.
Mr. Not even doctor. Just Mr.
You know what? I apologize. That was disrespectful.
Mr. Kevorkian.
Let's give it up for the king. Dr. Jack Kevorkian.
Mr. Kevorkian.
As Al Pacino. As himself.
I like it.
I like that.
I like the reversal. A movie where an actor plays a real life person, and then you do another movie where the real life person plays the actor playing you.
That's right.
It would be Dr. Kevorkian as Al Pacino making You Don't Know Jack.
The making of You Don't Know Jack.
Yeah.
I like that run Al Pacino had with HBO movies where he just played people with crazy hair.
Yep.
Your Kevorkians, your Spectres, your
Spectres.
Who else did he do? He did a Paterno.
Jopa!
He did he do a fourth one?
Ooh, I don't know if he did a fourth one.
He played all these what can I call them? Cool anti-heroes. I would call them. You know what's crazy is of the people mentioned, Jack Kevorkian is by far the best person.
Yeah.
Like as a human being.
Yeah, of course. He did good.
Phil Spector, a legit murderer. Jopa
turned a blind eye.
Turned maybe one of the blindest eyes I've ever seen.
Danny Collins, not the same thing, but Danny Collins.
Also not an HBO movie.
No, but that was another one he did.
No, you're just naming things now. Stay on track. Stay on course.
Himself and Jack and Jill. No, that's it. That's the only one.
Okay. So only 3 crazy HBO movies. Crazy HBO biopics.
I've only seen You Don't Know Jack. I haven't seen the other 2.
I have not seen any of the 3.
Well, are you missing out?
Sounds like I've got something to do.
Jopa!
I think the first one I would see would be Phil Spector. If only for the wig and the murder.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to see him cover up for a pedophile?
Who plays Jerry Sandusky?
I'm actually
You're way ahead of you, friend.
Looking at that right
I like
now.
your style. You know who would be now? I was gonna say you know who would be
some no-name guy who doesn't even have a picture.
A great Jerry Sandusky, but now, I don't know if he'd actually be great or if I just am thinking of Jerry Sandusky because his name is Jerry and he played a football coach. But Jerry Van Dyke in my head would be a good Jerry Sandusky.
Yeah, I agree.
Wait, was he playing Jerry Sandusky on Coach?
No, I don't think so.
Can you prove he wasn't?
No, I cannot.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
that's what I fucking thought.
He's some no-name actor that...
Yeah. Huh. They couldn't get a cool Sandusk.
Or maybe just nobody wanted to.
Who wouldn't want to play the role of a lifetime? I would play the shit out of Jerry Sandusky.
Yeah,
they could, what? They could age up Jesse Plemons. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
They could,
Jerry Van Dyke.
Who else is good? Oh, you know who'd be good? You know who's a good Sandusky? Did you watch 30 Rock?
Yeah.
The president of Cabletown who bought NBC.
Oh,
that guy. Like he has a name. I'm almost certain he has a name. I can almost guarantee you. I'm willing to put my weight behind the fact that man has a name.
Could you even take a guess?
Timmy Calhoun.
Cable.
Did I get it? I bet I got it. Until I hear otherwise, I'm going with Timmy Calhoun. Roger Staubach.
Come on, you stupid.
Jerry Sandusky.
I can't.
I would find it so much faster than you, but I don't want to.
I'm also not really looking that hard. Dr. Spaceman.
Then why look at all?
I don't know, you know.
We'll come back to it. Anyway, I feel like he'd be a good Sandusky.
No, I'm just gonna keep looking.
Jesus Christ.
Is it Rip Torn?
How are you so slow?
Is it John Hamm?
Okay, I haven't picked up my phone yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna open Google. I'm gonna put President of Cable Town 30 Rock.
I found it. Hank Cooper. Ken Howard.
I was gonna say Hank Cooper is the character name. Yeah,
he's a little fat in the face.
Had you done what I did, you would have found it immediately. What the fuck were you doing?
I don't know. I'm not really looking that hard.
But why were you doing anything then?
Because I like...
You can either do it or don't do it.
Because I like pissing you off.
But you don't. You're just stupid. Can we agree?
I don't know. His face is too fat. Like, he'd have to lose a bunch of weight.
Here's another thing. I don't know what Jerry Sandusky looks like. He, to me, is just Ken Howard / Jerry
Am I going to
Van
get
Dyke.
flagged for looking up Jerry Sandusky?
It depends what search terms you follow it with.
Jerry Sandusky, cool.
Jerry Sandusky, child pornography. Okay, he's older than I thought he was.
He looked kind of like Larry David could do a Jerry Sandusky.
He's kind of Larry David. He's kind of like a gray-haired Gilbert Gottfried. Kind of Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
Kind of Mel Brooks.
Kind of Mel Brooks, yeah.
Yeah. Let's just do Mel Brooks.
Yeah,
Mel Brooks would be a great Jerry Sandusky.
I don't think 96-year-old Mel Brooks.
I think it'd be pretty good.
Yeah, it would be.
and that movie was like 4 years ago. It'd only be 92-year-old Mel Brooks, prime of his life.
Mm-hmm.
His buddy Carl Reiner's still alive.
That's true.
Things are going great.
Things are going good for everyone except Jerry Sandusky.
His last good movie was 30 years ago.
Yeah, but I don't think he's actively trying, is he?
By 30, I mean 45.
Yeah. But it's not like he's putting out movies and they're bad. He just isn't doing anything.
Yeah, but he's
doing Broadway, like plays mostly, isn't he?
Broadway, yeah. The Great White Way.
Broadway. And then also starring in episodes of Curb.
Yes.
Well, I guess that was one season, and that was like season 3 or 4.
No, it was later. Because it was he's done 2 different plays, I forgot. There's been the producer's one.
Yeah.
And there was...
which he wants to fail so he can stop doing it.
And there was Fatwa the musical.
Okay.
The Fatwa was a couple seasons ago, which is very good, and had F. Murray Abraham.
Oh, F. Murray.
F. Murray.
Academy Award winner.
Salieri himself.
Yeah. So as far as an actor goes, he has actually done some stuff, but it's mostly voice work.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in Hotel Transylvania. The last, actual thing he did?
Robin Hood Men in Tights. As the Jew.
I don't even know what this is. A movie called Screw Loose?
Sounds pretty cool.
Mel Brooks, Ezio Greggio?
Pardon?
Ezio Greggio. This guy.
Oh, Ezio Greggio.
1999.
Good year.
Greggio is the star and writer.
Oh, nice.
The owner of an Italian natural food company has a heart attack and asks his son, Bernardo, to find the man who saved his life in World War II and bring him to his deathbed. He does so and finds the man is a sanitarium and must deal with his hijinks all the way back to Milan.
Sounds pretty
That's
cool.
the last actual thing Mel Brooks did.
That was the last like acting gig.
Yeah, like he appeared on screen.
Yeah.
Everything else is like voice.
Yeah.
I guess Curb. Curb obviously is the last thing, but yeah. Voice.
Huh.
Everything else is voice. And then Dracula Dead and Loving.
Of course.
Yeah. He was in The Little Rascals, Robin Hood Men in Tights. Good thing this is the wrestling podcast, not the movie podcast.
Yep.
But then even as far as like non-acting and just producing, Blazing Samurai is a thing he's doing.
What?
An animated cat thing. An action-packed animated comedy for all the family inspired by Mel Brooks' timeless classic Blazing Saddles.
Huh.
Hank, a lovable dog with a head full of dreams about becoming a samurai, sets off in search of his destiny. So it sounds like...
So it's Blazing Saddles but racist to Asians?
It's Blazing Saddles meets Kung Fu Panda.
Ah.
And is racist to Asians.
Okay.
Samuel Jackson's in it. Oh, there's lots of people in it. Well, Fluffy himself, Gabriel Iglesias, your favorite. You love him. But yeah, other than that, it's all like executive producers.
Yeah.
And then the producers, the remake of the producers in 2005.
Yeah.
And then Dracula Dead and Loving.
Broderick and Lane.
He did nothing. Spaceballs the animated series for one season.
Spaceballs the animated series.
Yeah. And so he's really just been like living off of his like money, like the money he made in the 70s and 80s,
which is fine.
Just been living off of it.
He did well.
I don't know if I've seen all of his movies: Dracula, Robin Hood, Life Stinks, Spaceballs, History of the World.
I haven't seen Life Stinks.
Silent Movie, Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles, and the producers. So I've only not seen High Anxiety and the 12 Chairs.
I have not seen the 12 Chairs or Life Stinks. Does Life stink?
Well, sometimes.
Who's in Life Stinks?
You.
What?
He is. He's the guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The poster rings a bell, but I haven't seen it.
And High Anxiety I haven't seen.
High Anxiety's pretty good. And I don't even know the 12 Chairs.
1920s Soviet Russia, a fallen aristocrat and a priest and a con artist search for a treasure of jewels
Soviet Russia.
hidden inside one of 12 dining chairs lost during the Revolution.
Huh.
And it stars him and Frank Langella and Dom DeLuise.
And Burt Reynolds bullying Dom DeLuise.
Maybe. I wonder if I can find a $600 copy of those movies on Amazon.
I hope so. I hope you buy a $600 copy of something at least. I know you hate money.
I hate money and I like buying movies, so it goes hand in hand.
It is.
The other one that I keep wanting, but I can't find. There's so many Region B versions of it, but I'm not gonna buy a Region B and then get an all-playing Blu-ray player for just the Region Bs. But is Luc Besson's The Messenger, Joan of Arc movie with Mila Jovovich. There are copies from Europe that are $12, or I can buy a North American print for $120.
Sick.
I'm no thanks. But I bet you anything. If I looked at Amazon US, there would be so many copies they would try to give me one for free, but I have to pay for shipping.
Which you refuse to do.
Yeah.
Fair. What about Luc Besson's Valerian in the City of a Thousand Planets?
And now we're talking.
You could probably get one of them.
Non-USA format. You suck my dick. Yeah, there's even on American Amazon.
USA Amazon.
USA. There's a DVD copy for $12, and there's a Blu-ray copy for $50.
Still not cheap.
Is it a Region B? That's the thing, because
every
other
might
one
not play on your player.
French, Portuguese, Thai actors. Dustin Hoffman's in it. John Malkovich and Faye Dunaway are all in this movie.
Legitimate people.
It doesn't say if it's region B. Usually, like, that's the thing is, it's the same thing with, remember we were mad that Wikipedia took out move listings for wrestlers?
Don't get me fucking started.
Amazon took out, like,
region
in this information box, it took out the region thing.
That seems important.
Yeah, you'd think.
Now it's a fun guessing game?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, you can always tell if it's hella expensive. But... yeah, I've been looking for a reasonable copy forever, and like $50 plus shipping from the US, not so much.
Because you're in love with Joan of Arc?
No, it's just
I wish I was a martyr and a girl and French.
No,
you wish you were a French girl martyr.
Definitely not a French girl martyr.
An FGM?
An FGM.
A fag who's gay for men?
Very good.
Got his ass.
Very good. I approve. I would love for there to be better access to things in Canada that I want.
Gay sex?
You can find them a lot. Scott, I live off baby.
Pardon me.
Are you
there
kidding
is
me?
Ample access.
If I open
to gay sex 1 block from here,
my patio, my balcony,
yeah,
and I stick my bare ass out there,
and your butt,
just through the door,
yeah, and your butt yells, "I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore." Before it says more, it will be fucked.
It will be filled. Like, I don't have to look.
You know what I do? Filled puts me off.
Fill her up.
I don't like it.
I call my butt so that I can just say fill her up. But no, I wish that it was like import fees weren't retarded.
I call my butt Gurr, like the dog from Invader Zim.
Grrr. Anger. Yeah, because I'm sick of being able to find things for dirt cheap on American Amazon, and then shipping and exchange rate
is $80.
Is like almost twice what the thing is.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely movies that I can't find here.
You're like, oh, sweet, I found it. And it's $15 American, which is still not bad. That's less than 20 Canadian. Yeah. And, shipping is $64, and duty is $50.
And it's not like Amazon sold. It's from like a person.
Some third-party horse shit.
Yeah, which really, really frustrating.
From Jim's Sketchy Movies via Amazon.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of... I used to have... like an account on for the American one, where I could just load things into my cart just so I could remind myself to look for them in the Canadian.
Right.
And like half the time I never see them.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, I've said this before, there's like movies that I want that I would pay $20 for, and there's probably a bin at a Walmart in Oklahoma City
stuff
that are like
filled to the
brim
with
like
it.
$3, and they can't get rid of them.
Yeah.
Like, that's the frustrating part.
They can't get rid of them, and you can't get them.
And I can't get them. It was like that Lance Storm pajama that we wanted forever, and we were like, there are Kmart's and Walmarts and Targets in the U.S. that have 3,000 of them.
Everyone listening thinks you're talking about pajamas with Lance Storm on them.
That is what I'm talking about.
And not...
I want Lance Storm pajamas.
And not action figures that you and your friends code-named pajamas.
Because we're cool.
So your friends and family wouldn't think you were gay.
It wasn't our friends and family. It was literally just one friend. It was just one friend.
So one
this
friend.
One right here. This Lance Storm right here.
That's a nice one.
And we were like... fuck, I would get that if it wasn't like $45 on Ringside Collectibles.
Yeah.
And we're like, there are Walmarts and Targets and shit and Kmart's.
Hundreds.
Where they are they have sticker over sticker over sticker over sticker.
20, 17, 12, $9.99.
$3.99.
1 cent.
And we can't fucking get it. Like, that's so frustrating.
Thanks, Canadian Obama.
Thanks, Barack Syrup
Hussein
Obama.
Trudeau.
Hitler, what was it? Hitler B-Pong,
Pollen, Obama? Mussolini?
No, it was... I don't remember what it was now. It's such a long time ago.
It was a long time
ago. B-Pollen something.
Yeah.
Was it Hitler? It was Hitler.
I'm sure there was
But
Hitler in there.
what was the like?
I don't remember what it was spoofing.
Well, it was
because it was like a health food dictator and something.
Yeah, well, because it's like what Barack Hussein Obama, right? Hussein is the dictator.
Yeah.
Obama.
Where did bee pollen come from?
I don't know, because I guess he thinks that Barack sounds like something.
Like a health food?
I guess.
I don't know. We're gonna have to research this.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look it up. Or there's probably somebody screaming at their listening device.
You'd be surprised how little our listeners know. The truth may shock you. Is it a Patton Oswalt thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what it gives me.
Again, I could look it up, but I'm
maybe
gonna let him.
It's all about his dead wife.
No one cares about your dead wife.
Get over your dead wife
that you killed. I think some people think that.
Yeah, maybe. No, I don't think anybody thinks
that. Some people do.
No.
Like, he didn't. Like, she got way too deep in her true crime book and took 17 Xanax to go to sleep and didn't wake up. Like, that's what happened.
His real name is Barack Hussein Obama. So basically, we elected a Jamba Juice supplement with a dictator's middle name. Yeah, I'm gonna vote for Ginseng Hitler bee pollen.
Oh yeah, because he was saying Barack Obama.
Yeah,
sounds like Ginkgo biloba.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
Ginseng Hitler bee pollen.
You know what? I didn't think that was going to be worth it when we found it, but it was. That was fun. I enjoyed that. You know, who's a funny guy? Patton Oswalt when his wife's not dying.
I like that people compared his first name to Iraq, so it's Iraq Hussein Osama.
I like Iraq Hussein Osama.
Yeah,
that's my president.
That's my president. I love it. I love it. Could you imagine how much more money I would spend on movies if
you had more money?
If I was in the United States?
Oh my god.
And also if I had more money. And there's only one way to fix that, is quit my job and get everybody to send us money.
Guys, you should send us money.
Send us money so that I can keep buying movies.
That's true. Now, Movie Drive is over. It ended last episode.
Yeah. You blew it.
The next episode you hear is going to be episode 1 of 2, as far as we know.
You blew it.
Of us doing the very movies you've requested.
I guess we're not revealing the movies. We're just going to do it live.
We're going to do it live.
Good.
It's going to be very exciting.
Good. I hope you all enjoy my 4-hour review of a Serbian film.
Which no one paid us to do. That's
just me.
That's a freebie from Drew.
I just want to talk about a Serbian film.
A shot-for-shot description. Mm-hmm. Lasting longer than the movie itself.
Well, how else am I supposed to describe it to you if I don't describe to you every angle and camera movement?
So then the baby gets raped.
And
what happens next may shock you.
May shock you. No condom. Serbia. That's every day.
Serbia. It's like worst Croatia.
No. Serbia's... Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, they're all the same, so...
I feel like Croatia has some nice coastline.
They do. They got some beautiful coastline.
They've got... they have a... it's either a city or an island off the coast. Is it just called Spit?
There is a Spit, yeah. Yeah.
Or Split.
Split.
My sister went there and said it was really nice, and then she got her phone stolen.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, super nice.
That is beautiful.
Drew, are we going to Croatia?
Nah.
Okay.
They'll ethnically cleanse us.
Are we going on a train trip?
Yeah, we're going on a train trip for sure. But if we go to Croatia, they'll ethnically cleanse us. Mostly because we're gay black men.
Yeah. Comes with it's a hazard of the job.
Yes. Yeah, train trip for sure. Train trip's happening.
Yeah.
Vegas, golf, Godfather strip club, drugs, kill somebody.
Kill somebody, you say?
Yeah.
We're going to very bad things it?
Very bad things.
I'm into it.
Daniel Stern.
Christian Slater. Some bitch. And introducing, in the role of a lifetime, some bitch.
I want to say Jenny McCarthy.
Could be a Jenny McCarthy. Could be a, I don't know, Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Mira Sorvino.
Could be Mira Sorvino. Yeah, that kind of rings.
There's another guy though, isn't there?
There's like 14 guys. That's why the movie's cool, because it's a dudes rock movie. A bunch of guys hanging out, having fun, then they kill a woman.
Daniel Stern. Peter Berg is the director.
Your favorite
My
director?
favorite director.
Wow.
Right. Can we guess Cameron Diaz?
That's right.
Jon Favreau.
Oh, yeah.
Leland Orser, who you'd recognize.
Those are the only movies that...
Jeremy Piven.
That's right, Piven, isn't it?
Gene Triplehorn.
It's a good crop of people. Those are the only movies that Jon Favreau was in the 90s. Like Swingers made Very Bad Things. It's just that.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just being like Vegas-y type assholes.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to look up what Peter Berg's next film is.
Now I'm going to direct every live-action Disney movie.
He's actually making something I'm interested in.
Does it star Mark Wahlberg?
It's a Chris Cornell documentary.
Okay.
I'm into that.
Is that the guy from Audioslave?
That is, in fact, the lead singer of Audioslave. And only Audioslave. He's never done anything else.
That's what I know him from. I'm a big Cornell head.
One of the best concerts I ever went to.
Audioslave or Soundgarden?
Audioslave.
Okay.
Because they did like all of the Audioslave hits.
Yeah,
Cornell,
which I can.
there's like 4 or 5.
Let me get one.
All
Just
right.
shut up and let me think. Cochise.
That's one.
That's all I got. That's the only one I ever had on
a Stone.
On my iPod.
Like a Stone.
That was no. Look.
Okay.
Audioslave begins and ends. The alpha and omega of Audioslave is Cochise.
Okay, it's a good song. They did, I don't know, 45 minutes of Audioslave.
Yeah.
Cornell left. The Rage guys did 35 minutes of Rage songs. Cornell came back and did Bulls on Parade and Killing in the Name of.
Okay.
Then they played, so then that was 45 minutes of Audioslave, over an hour of Rage.
Some of those who work forces are the same that fuck horses.
Correct. And then...
Can we agree those are better lyrics? Because, one, it maintains the anti-cop vibe.
Yep.
And you get to fuck a horse. Yeah.
And then they did another 40 minutes of Soundgarden. So I got to see essentially, 3 bands.
Black Guy's Son, Make Me Come. Black Guy's Son, Make Me Come.
Did you just cover that right now?
Yeah, I was happy with it.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have Black Guy's... I didn't have Black Guy's Son in the bank waiting for you to bring up Soundgarden.
Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I think you just
What do you think I do all day?
You just got a back catalog of spoof songs. Black Guys Come, Taste So Yum.
Oh.
Put it in my mouth.
Black Guys Come.
Taste So Yum. Taste So Yum.
Taste So Yum is very off-putting. I'd like to go safer and more family-friendly with Black Guy's Son, Make Me Come. 12.
Oh, but he's topping you.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's in control.
So
I'm not making him do anything. I wish you guys could see my body language right now.
I also to go along with Supreme Court that only deals with pedophilia.
With pedophile Supreme Court.
If the kid fucks
if the kid's topping, I'm not making the kid do anything he doesn't want to do.
You're not getting him hard. You're not making him put it in.
I'm starfishing on the bed. The rest is up to the kid.
Face down, starfishing.
Face down, ass up.
That's gross.
Well, I think this is all Chris Cornell's fault.
Maybe he shouldn't have such catchy songs that the lyrics can be changed to gay sex.
I agree. Give me another Soundgarden song.
Spoon Man.
Poon Man.
Poon Man. You know what? I gave you an easy one. I logged you in under
that was a
That
was a softball.
Yeah. Well.
I'm not going to top every best picture of the 90s from Thursday, and definitely not 2 hours ago when we actually recorded it.
It was like 4 hours ago, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess we ate for a very long
we watched,
time.
This goddamn In Your House.
We had a smorgasbord.
A smorgasbord. Yeah, smorgasbord of Donaire Dude.
Yeah.
One thing.
Shout out to Donaire Dude, the whitest Donaire place in town.
Whitest and maybe best.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, it's great. For some reason, during the height of COVID, and for probably like most of 2020, Donaire Dude, for those who don't know, and why would you? Donaire Dude has 3 spreads. They have a hummus, they have a garlic, and they have a red pepper. They're all good. The red pepper is unbelievable. It's so good. I love it. I always get extra when I order it. Except during COVID, when they were unable to attain it. Like, COVID embargoes on red pepper spread were too much for Donaire Dude to handle.
That's because it is made of throat scrapings.
That makes sense. I didn't think about that.
Red peppers and human throat scrapings.
Now I feel like the asshole.
Well, good.
Especially with the several scenes I made in several different Donaire Dudes around town.
What do you mean you don't have the spread?
What do you mean Barks has bite?
Wow. Topical. Topical.
That was a joke for the olds who are listening.
Yeah, that's fucking, what, 97?
Yeah, late-ish 90s.
Yeah. Right around the time of this In Your House, probably.
You know, it might have aired the same day as this In Your House.
Do you...
Not during, because this was when pay-per-views didn't have fucking commercials.
Do they now? I don't know. I haven't watched a pay-per-view
The network pay-per-views are riddled with commercials.
Is it like one of those breaks where it takes 3 minutes to show commercials and then comes back?
No, they fucking air them during, like, WWE, they straight up air them on the feed.
Well, they need that money because they're broke.
Yeah, because the $200 million a year for 5 years that NBC is giving them to have the network on Peacock, that's not enough money. That's not already a gross overpayment by NBC. NBC's definitely going to recoup that 1/5 of $1 billion every year.
Absolutely.
From people subscribing to Peacock just for the WWE network. That's definitely going to happen, right? That was a good business deal.
Yeah, they're smart. They know what they're doing.
How does WWE keep, like, no matter how bad their business practices get, they keep falling ass backwards into more money?
It's like they can't fail.
They're too big to fail. Like, their product is arguably the worst it's ever been. What's that?
Arguably?
I don't know. They had a pretty weak early 90s.
This is worse.
It's probably worse. Yeah. It's honestly probably worse. But like, a $4 billion Fox deal, you got it.
What's worse? A garbage man wrestler or constant 50-50 booking that doesn't lead anywhere?
And not having gotten over a babyface in 17 years.
What's worse?
This.
Absolutely.
I think you've charmed me. I think you've sold me on this being the worst WWE has ever been.
Yes.
But not talent-wise.
Not talent-wise.
Lots of talent.
Lots of talent.
Just woefully misused.
Just a retarded old man in charge.
Yep.
Who trusts a bunch of other ass-kissing yes-men.
You betcha.
You betcha.
And his new best boy, Nick Khan. The best Khan.
My real son.
Would you... Okay. Nick Khan.
Yeah.
Good Khan in wrestling or best Khan in wrestling?
I don't know. I like my boy TK. He's done some good stuff.
I'm sorry. Has he increased productivity by 7% by cutting 3/4 of the roster?
No, but he did buy the rights to Jungle Boy. So who's wrong now?
You make a fair point. I'm going to regroup and come back with another argument later.
Good. I'm going to let this fan blow up my pants because my balls are hot.
Nick Khan's older, so he's daddy.
Ew.
Counterpoint.
Ew.
Did you hear about... He did like an interview with Ariel Helwani?
Oh, I thought he didn't do appearances.
He did an appearance.
Oh, and?
And it was a...
And pretended like AEW doesn't exist?
Kind of. A lot of corporate speak, obviously. Was asked point blank if WWE is for sale.
Yeah.
Basically gave the stock answer. I mean, he did a little better than a stock answer, because like I think a stock answer would almost be no. But he said, we're not talking to anyone about it, but if the phone rang, we'd answer.
Well, where's the Saudi prince?
Where is the Saudi
He wanted
prince?
it.
I know.
Didn't he offer money for it? Like lots of money?
I guess not enough.
What's not enough? He's a fucking Saudi prince.
Look, Vince wants to soak him for $50 billion.
He probably could.
And he probably could.
Those Saudis have unlimited fucking money.
It's pretty sweet. What a life.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
It's pretty
cool. Should have
cool.
bombed the shit out of them in the 70s and just moved on.
Not wrong.
Well, not we, I guess. The United States.
You and I.
You and I sex.
And what else did our boy Nick say? He said he's Vince's favorite son, obviously, and he's
called Hunter a pussy.
Called Hunter
a pussy, then grabbed Stephanie's pussy.
Yep, as in
because they like it
as a show of power. What else did he say? Oh, he said there NXT is getting a revamp, and it's going to be a cool new show with no good wrestlers on it. Yep. So that's going to be cool. And then basically the one thing everyone is fearing, and he basically just confirmed. He's like, we're gonna stop taking these indie wrestlers and having them wrestle good on our shows. We're gonna go find
new talent,
untrained athletes, and make them bad to mediocre wrestlers. And you're gonna like it.
You're gonna like the way you look. I don't guarantee it.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited for the future of WWE.
I'm not. But granted, I don't think I've watched an NXT in like
a week.
No.
I don't think I've seen NXT since shit, man. Last Tuesday.
Last Tuesday, live. I canceled work to watch it. Yeah, I don't even like. When they stopped during the pandemic, was probably the last time I saw one.
Yeah,
because I just don't give a shit about anything, and all wrestling's gay and for queers.
And you thought NXT might give you COVID?
You know what? NXT did a good job of giving itself COVID.
Yeah, NXT gave a lot of wrestlers COVID, so I can't. I don't technically argue with that.
I don't need to give myself COVID if NXT's going to give it to me.
What are you, Keith Lee and Mia Yim?
Possibly.
Just swapping COVID back and forth for 6 months.
Dick to mouth to mouth.
Oh, D to M, you say?
No V, no A.
Yeah.
Just dick to mouth, and then you kiss.
We're not fucking around with girl holes.
No. Everybody holes, not girl holes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't discriminate. Holes are holes, except for vaginas. Those are stink bags.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back and clip that out. No, I'm not. All right. In Your House 24 breakdown. Cops Coliseum, Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Attendance 17,000.
Wow. That's big attendance. I mean, it's 98. They're doing good.
One thing we forgot. Do you remember where you watched this, or did you watch this?
This one,
because you haven't done where you've watched for, I don't know, the last 6.
It's been a few. Well, there was the two when that was 97. There's two when I couldn't remember, but then I was good for. I didn't see No Way Out of Texas. Then the two Austin Dude Love ones. I'm gonna say 2 brown guys' houses. I think we had a Sunil and a Hussein.
Okay.
B. Pollen.
As is tradition.
As is tradition. And
you exclusively watch this at brown people's houses.
Fully loaded. The last one fully loaded was my house. Because I distinctly remember Sable hand tits at my house.
And then you immediately had to run into your bedroom for a second?
No, I was only 15, so I wasn't jerking off yet.
Oh. Late bloomer.
No, I was having sex, but not jerking off regularly. Which, when I say it out loud, is interesting.
It is interesting.
No, I wasn't fucking at 15 yet. I was asexual, and then started having sex, and then much later started jerking off regularly.
Okay, gross, but
the standard progression.
Yeah. Did you lose your virginity to your nanny? To your housekeeper?
Yeah, my male nanny.
Oh, yeah. At the age of, like, 11 or something?
4. But it was, you know what? I was on top, and it was my idea. And I hold nothing against it.
Listen, it was you were making all the decisions, so how can they get in trouble?
Yeah. I just fell on the bed with no pants. The rest is up to the kid.
The rest is up to just nature. Nature finds a way.
Why are we like this?
I don't know why we're like this, but I'm fine with it.
It's pretty fun.
It's pretty fun. Anyways, do you remember where you watched
Breakdown. Don't know if I saw it live. The next one was at my house again, because I remember, spoiler, Vince McMahon firing Steve Austin. At my house. But yeah, I don't remember seeing, like, I remember knowing about, like, the Rock, Mankind, Shamrock three-way, but I don't have a strong memory of seeing it live. So, here we are.
I definitely watched it in my basement on my black box.
Nice.
I think
pants off?
I think by myself.
Nice.
I don't think I had any friends.
So, yes, pants off.
Yeah, maybe.
If you had to jerk off to one male wrestler on this show, who's your guy?
Well,
my answer,
that's tough.
May surprise you.
Is it a very svelte Bradshaw?
Didn't think about it, but not a bad answer. I wouldn't be mad at that answer if that's your final answer. I'm going D'Lo Brown because I thought his gear was pretty.
His gear was pretty, very pretty.
Spoiler for upcoming Fashion Corner.
So the opener was a battle of two good young Canadian boys.
And first of a couple instances of Jerry Lawler being stupid.
Yes.
So they're in Hamilton, Ontario, home of, it goes without saying, everyone listening knows the CFL inside and out. The Canadian Football League. Everyone knows Hamilton, home of the Tiger Cats. Also, don't get me started on team colors. The Hamilton Tiger Cats, yellow and black.
Yellow and black.
The BC Lions, orange and black.
Yep.
Switch it up! Jesus Christ.
I agree. Look at that. Look at that. Orange.
Beautiful. Although, I guess our lions are mountain lions?
Yeah.
Which is a better lion.
Yeah.
But guess what? They're still not brown.
They're still
not orange.
Look at that.
You know what is orange? Fucking tiger cats. Also, why not tigers and just tiger cats?
Tiger cats. I don't know. This is like closer to orange than yellow, but it's still yellow.
It's kind of goldy.
It's goldy, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I got problems with it. Anyway, this
Hamilton
in your house
Tiger
is in Hamilton, home of the Tiger Cats. Their rival team is the Toronto Argonauts.
Are you a big fan of the Red Blacks?
Pardon me.
Yeah, the Toronto Argonauts.
Owen Hart, the bad guy in the match, comes out wearing a custom, which I always think is a nice touch, because it's very easy to go to the store the day of the show.
Who's your best player?
And buy a jersey with the best player. But to get one made with your name on it and number one, that's commitment, and that's why Owen Hart is an angel who died too young.
Yes. Except for he named his son something stupid, and I hate him.
True.
Dumb. Anyways. Comes out in the jersey.
What's his name? Squeeze?
Oj,
that's it. I'm going with Squeeze.
Oj.
Squeeze Hart. Yeah. So Owen Hart, the bad guy, comes out wearing a Toronto Argonauts jersey to taunt the Hamilton fans. But all Jerry Lawler knows is we're in Ontario. Why is he trying to suck up to the fans with an Ontario jersey? Well, because there's two teams in Ontario, and that one's in a different city.
And they're with
Ontario is the size of 8 Texases. It's huge. It's not that. Look,
like Hamilton.
Sometimes I exaggerate.
That is correct.
It's bigger than Texas. Ontario is definitely bigger than Texas. I guarantee.
Yeah, no, I'm not arguing with you on.
It's probably two Texi. I would say.
I don't know about 2, but it's definitely...
I'd say it's closer to 2 than 1. It's more than 1.5. Your thoughts. Look, you look up Ontario, I'll look up Texas, and never the twain shall meet.
There...
Texas...
I don't know about 2.
Just shut the fuck up and type in Ontario square miles. For once in your life.
For once?
I've got mine.
I'm on images.
Why are you on image search? You don't need to go. Okay, I won't.
415,000 square miles.
Why did it give me Texas in square kilometers?
Now who's retarded?
Anyway, Texas is 268,000 square miles.
So not quite 2.
And Ontario's what?
415 and a half.
So 1.5 Texi would be right around 400 even. Boom, closer to 2 than 1. Calling it a win. Everyone send $25 to paypal.me/NotScottHenson and say good job about the Texas-Ontario thing. Can we agree that's fair?
I don't know. Sure. Do whatever the fuck you want.
I'll give you a cut if you're a little more enthusiastic.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, do it.
So what I was going to say is that Hamilton to Toronto
is really far.
Is like the same as, I don't know, name cities that are close together.
Hamilton to Toronto is like New York to Madrid. Is that accurate?
Yeah. Hamilton to Toronto is like Newark to New York.
I guess that's closer than I thought.
Right? Maybe?
Okay, I'm going to be honest. I forgot that Hamilton wasn't Sudbury. Because Sudbury to anywhere like Toronto is far.
Yeah. No,
Hamilton's close.
Hamilton is literally...
Hamilton is almost Toronto.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Bing, 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 bing.
But still, my point stands. Okay, it's not New York. It might not be New York to Madrid. It might be more Newark to Manhattan. But still.
What
point stands?
What even is, like, there's nothing north. Polar Bear Provincial Park.
Cool.
Is that where a bunch of old gay bears hang out?
Ooh, hope so.
Isn't that what old gay bears are called? Polar bears?
I mean, if they're not, there should be. That seems like...
I think that's it.
Seems like it writes itself.
Anyways. Yeah, so... Baller is clearly retarded. And... doesn't realize that Hamilton and Toronto are not the same city.
Lawler's gone mad from syphilis that he caught from a 13-year-old.
That he raped. So, yeah, this is only Edge's second pay-per-view match. It's only his, like...
And his first...
8th televised match total.
First pay-per-view match without dumb girls in it.
Correct. The match is, like, pretty good. Very good.
Owen, like, does a great job carrying him through it.
Like, good amount of technical stuff, but also some high-flying stuff. Like, you know, high cross bodies and like missile drop kicks,
and Edge did a nice the thing where you put your leg over the guy's head when he's bent over, like you're gonna do a rocker dropper, and normally you do a backflip out of it, but he like did that into a Hurricane Rana, which looked quite nice.
There was a very silly catch the leg taken enziguri where Edge didn't really commit to taking the full front flip and just kind of went like head first into the mat. Yeah,
when someone kicks you in the back of the head, you can either just fall flat in your face or you can do a somersault. Edge decided to split the difference and kind of do both and jump right onto his own head. But he seemed okay and carried on.
Yeah, it was he also did a electric chair drop that...
then we realized that all of Edge's moves drop you on your face. He did the electric chair thing and then immediately followed that with a flapjack. And then he doesn't do it yet, but later on, like, his DDT drops you on your face.
Yeah.
And probably 6 or 7 other moves. And then fucking Flatliner, Downward Spiral drops you on your face. Yeah.
He did the electric chair drop and almost didn't get his head out from under Owen's body. Like,
almost took his own head with him.
Yeah. But at the end, a mysterious long blonde-haired white stranger that looks almost exactly like him comes out to cause a distraction, and Owen gets the... What does he do to him? Just roll him up?
Roll up.
Yeah, it doesn't roll up.
I think it's an O'Connor roll.
Yeah, it is an O'Connor roll. Owen gets the win, so Edge's first loss on television. Yeah. And then Lawler is so confused by who this identical-looking man could possibly be. Yeah.
And I very astutely identified him as 2021 pay-per-view main eventer Christian, which is wild.
Christian...
Riso.
So the next match is Too Much, Brian Christopher and Scott Taylor.
I think you can never have too much Brian Christopher and Scott Taylor.
You can have too much Brian Christopher, for sure.
Yeah.
For Scott Taylor, I'll take some more Scott Taylor.
Christopher's a small doses guy.
Very much. They're against the team of Al Snow and Scorpio pre-Job Squad.
Proto-Job Squad.
Man, Too Much's music fucking
it's good.
Rules.
It's good.
Look up Too Much's WWF theme. It is great. So this is the first we've seen of Scott Taylor.
Yeah, for Scott Taylor.
And this is very much them dipping their toes in the water of, can we have a gay team? No.
Yeah,
okay, then we'll make them think they're black.
Yeah, they have a real interesting career trajectory the next few months because they've just recently been put together as a heel tag team.
They go from jobbers.
Yeah, straight up jobbers.
To Jerry Lawler's son.
Yeah.
To being like a thrown together annoying heel team.
Yeah, and then they get a little more flamboyant, and then
there's
for
a lot of butt pats, there's a lot of face rubbing,
and then for 2 weeks, I'm gonna say they're full on homosexual.
Yeah,
and then that immediately stops, and they're wiggers for the rest of their careers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's so weird.
It's really weird, but they tested the waters, and it didn't work for them.
Look, at the end of the day, if you can't be gay, be black.
Correct. So I had high hopes. I thought this match could potentially be good. Like, Snow's a solid worker, Scorpio's fun, Scotty 2 Hottie's a really good worker, really underrated worker.
Yep.
Brian Christopher's a good bumper.
Yep.
So we're like, yeah, this could be good. It wasn't. It was. It was real sloppy.
It had good parts.
It was real sloppy.
There was lots of slop, though.
There was
more slop than a Godwin's match,
which we don't get to see anymore.
And no more Godwins because now they're
gentlemen.
Fancy gentlemen.
Yeah. So, one point, Scorpio brings in a chair and sets up the chair. And then he distracts the ref for whatever reason, who knows, because it's not like he's using the chair as a weapon.
Yeah, I think you're allowed to jump off the chair.
So Al Snow runs to jump off the chair to a splash in the corner on Scott Taylor. But as he pushes off the chair, the chair moves, slides.
Moves and almost collapses.
Yes,
it is not a sturdy chair.
Which Al somehow pulls out.
He pulls it off. He still hits the splash thing.
So then Brian Christopher comes in to check on Scott Taylor, and and Al moves out of the way, and Scorpio runs to jump off the same chair that didn't work for Al Snow, and it completely slides out from under him.
Shit.
And he barely gets his drop kick on Brian Christopher's
he
thighs.
Taps Christopher's butt with one foot
into Scott Taylor.
Yeah.
Then there's some brawling. They go to the floor. Brian Christopher sets up the same chair.
Which, how close to the sun do you assholes
Whiskey
want to
Icarus,
fly?
what are you doing? Then Christopher runs off the chair to dive on Al Snow on the floor and also slips.
Spoiler, the goddamn chair collapses again.
And barely makes it. Which is just ridiculous. But then Al climbs up on the barricade and the guardrail, and he just does a straight up moonsault to the floor.
Yeah, that was cool.
Which was really good.
Yep.
Then they get back in the ring, and then it's just a lot of sloppy brawling, and one guy goes to the floor and then breaks up a pin, and then Scorpio goes for a high flying move and gets nutted.
Yeah.
And then pretty much just the end of it is just Al Snow hitting
pretty much
very good snowplow.
Yeah, it breaks down with all four in the ring. Yeah, Snow hits an awesome snowplow, super vertical,
real good.
Look great.
Granted, it was on Scotty 2 Hottie, who is very small.
Yeah,
so he got him up really good. And then Snow and Scorpio win, and Too Much get pouty and sad.
And They get real gay.
They get real gay. Next match is Mark Merrow versus Darren the Drozdov. It fucking sucks.
I don't remember him being the Droz.
Me neither, but I remember him being as Mike the Miz Mizanin.
I mean, it's like that, but I remember Mike the Miz Mizanin. I don't
remember
the Droz. Yeah, just Droz.
Droz or Darren Drozdov.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or Puke.
This match sucks. Droz sucks. I said this to Scott off the air, and I will say it now.
Make it official.
If anyone from that era was gonna get paralyzed, Droz is kind of the best option. He was gonna go nowhere. He wasn't very good.
I feel like that's not as strong as you said it off air. I feel like it was. I'm glad it was him off air.
That's not what I said. You're putting words in my mouth.
All right, I would never do that.
The match sucks. Droz sucks, but Merrow does do the he picks up Droz and slams.
I feel like Droz, because Merrow just wants to do like the very simple like standing like front like world's strongest slam, but like not going just like pick him up,
put him in position,
horizontal to you, and just drop him down
into position.
But I feel like Droz jumped weird for it.
Yeah, maybe because he sucks. Because
Droz had like a leg sticking out when Merrow
and the leg hit the rope.
And like hit the rope, and so Merrow just like
throws him into the corner. Goes up top, hits the Marvelocity, which is the shooting star press,
which is an Irish guy asking for something to go faster. I want some Marvelocity. Seamus. Get me Marvelocity.
Give me some Marvelocity. And it looks amazing. And just like 1, 2, 3, finish, done.
Yeah,
that's it. Match was nothing.
Yeah, it was weird.
Speaking of more matches that were nothing. Falls Count Anywhere, Bradshaw versus Vader. Noted full-time jobber, Big Van Vader.
Yeah, I would
straight up job.
I would bet money that Vader has not won a match in 1998.
1900, in the year of our Lord.
I mean, probably house shows, but
like televised.
I don't know if he's won a televised match. If he has, they are few and far between.
Oh,
did you search for something wrong?
No.
Okay. Far be it from me to accuse you of such a thing.
1998. No, he won. He won some, but they were against the artist formerly known as Goldust.
Okay.
Barry Windham.
Post Blackjack's Windham. Yeah. That's a weird little phase.
Loss. Shuckers out, that doesn't count. Loss. Countout doesn't count. DQ doesn't count. Countout doesn't count.
Has he pinned a motherfucker? Did he pin Goldust?
No contest. Loss. He defeated Dustin Runnels on Raw, the Raw before this pay-per-view. He then loses to Al Snow the next night.
Okay.
Then he loses to Edge the next week on Heat.
Yep.
Then he loses to Mark Merrow on that Raw.
Yep. And then he's fucking gone.
Dunzo. Hasn't had a pinfall victory. I assume pinfall because it's not going to be submission.
Yeah.
Since the 2 Raws before Over the Edge.
Wow.
So May.
Yeah.
And now we're into September. And he hasn't won a match.
And doesn't win one until he leaves in October.
Doesn't win again until he returns to face Heath Slater in 2011, 12, whatever it was.
Something like that.
So, full-time jobber.
Yeah.
We got...
And then he leaves and has to go settle for being world champion in All Japan and main eventing the Tokyo
Main
Dome.
event, one of the biggest shows of the year.
Yeah.
So we go to the back with a svelte cut is lean as
Bradshaw.
Fuck Bradshaw.
Haircut,
no facial hair, and he's down like 35 pounds, 40
crazy
pounds.
Regular black huggers, no chaps,
cowboy boots.
Kept the cowboy boots because they're cool.
Yeah, well, because he's a cowboy.
He's not a blackjack anymore.
He's not a cowboy.
Yeah.
He gets asked about the match. He proceeds to call Vader a fat fuck twice. Just like a fat slob, and it's
survival of the fittest, not survival of the fattest. You piece of shit.
Goes out. The match is bad. It's brawling, but it's sloppy brawling.
Yeah.
You know, like there are body avalanches and big boots and like tons of lariats. Bradshaw, it's like 5 or 6 big lariats. They brawl on the floor. It's honestly nothing. Like, Vader hits a big splash off the second rope, which you'd think would be a finish.
Yeah, it was good.
He then misses a Vader bomb. Mm-hmm. Then Bradshaw hits...
Then it's Daddy's time to shine.
Bradshaw hits a clothesline from hell.
Yep.
Then clothesline from hell.
Yeah, which, P.S., is his finisher.
Vader kicks out.
Yep.
He then picks him up and does a neck breaker.
A neck breaker.
And pins him.
What even? That was really weird.
That's his finish.
It was really weird.
It was really dumb. Really fucking dumb. But Bradshaw gets to win, and Vader gets to continue being a jobber.
Like, if you watched Vader in this era, you would assume, like, he is, like, completely past his prime. He is done. He will never have another good match.
You would think he's Otis.
Yeah, like, this guy is absolutely done.
A big fat guy who loses a bunch.
Yeah, not as soon as he leaves here, he will have 4 more years of good matches.
Yes. And at some point was one of the greatest big men in the industry.
Yes.
But, nah. Fuck it. Yeah. I mean, he goes, all the way till the 2003?
I feel like he's, like, pretty good until 2003. He wrestles
but
longer.
like, he's in Japan...
All Japan goes to Noah.
The beginning of 2004.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Then he does a couple like random one-offs, like he does Japwa.
Oh yeah.
And then he does All Japan. Then he does DDT.
Yeah.
Then he comes back to America, and then just kind of finishes out like his career later. But
yeah,
man, him and Suwama
sick
is a big one. Him and Hashimoto at Hustle 1.
Oh yeah.
He does like Don Fry and Ken Sr. and Ken Sr. and Koshinaka versus Big Vader and Dick Togo.
That's an interesting match.
Yeah.
What show is that? Is it All Japan?
WJ?
World Japan. Choshu's.
Magma 2.
Choshu's ill-fated promotion of 2003.
Dan Bobish and one of the Shane twins against Vader and Togo.
Bobish was one of Choshu's guys.
Yeah, well, Bobish was a big dude.
Yeah.
Bad fighter, but big dude. Bobish and Choshu versus Vader and Kenzo Suzuki.
Now you're talking.
The Road Warriors versus Vader and Dick Togo. Man,
I kind of love the team of Vader and Togo. That's awesome.
Omori and Vader and Steve Madison.
Like a Florida guy?
Is he someone else?
I think he's Steve Madison.
Moose Madison. Yeah. Steven Favata.
Of course.
Anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, you would absolutely think that he's like a complete fucking loser.
Yeah.
And like he's done. That's his career. He's over. He's out. But no. Does all that shit afterwards.
Yep.
So next we get former European champion D'Lo Brown against our first viewing of Gangrel. We get to see the video footage that Scott thought was last time.
Have been happier that we got to see that out of nowhere. So excited. So last pay-per-view is D'Lo Brown versus X-Pac. I'm like, this must be the match where D'Lo Brown just straight up jumps off the top rope into an X Factor by X-Pac. And then it ends with a sky high or some shit. I'm like, huh. Well, that wasn't it.
I'm like, what the fuck? That's not how I remember that going.
Well, in the lead up to this match, we see a little footage from just this past Monday on Raw, which was D'Lo Brown versus X-Pac for the WWF European Championship. And guess what the fuck happened? D'Lo jumped off the top rope like a fucking idiot right into an X Factor by X-Pac. And I'm like, oh, that's when it was. It's when X-Pac won the European title from D'Lo. Very exciting. That did not stop D'Lo. P.S. Set your watches, people. It's time for Fashion Corner. What did I even mean to say?
I don't know. Check your calendar.
I don't know.
Put your pussy on pause.
Put the pussy on the chain wax.
Put the pussy on Broadway.
That's when you wrestle a pussy for an hour and nobody wins.
And nobody wins. And everyone goes home unhappy. D'Lo has some very awesome gear.
I don't recognize the gear. It's your standard D'Lo singlets.
Yeah.
With chest protector,
With chest
of course.
protector.
But these beautiful, beautiful gold banners down like his side and leg, all the way down the singlet. One saying European, one saying champion, which neither of us remember him ever wearing. Nope. I think it was pretty short-lived. But we're hoping that he ordered the gear as European champion, but it didn't arrive until late this past Monday when he lost the European title, which would be sad. Although he does regain it.
Yes. But then what? Is he going to not wear the gear? No.
I don't know.
No, that's not how it works.
I know.
So this match is also, again, it's fine. I feel like Gangrel was a little sloppy.
Gangrel's always a little sloppy, but I still like him.
Me too, absolutely. But he kind of goes like too fast for what he's doing. Like his speed is always 100.
Yeah, he's going. He's moving.
He did take one really good, like, get hard whipped into the buckle and sort of like hit the top buckle, kick his legs out, and take like a kind of a floating out backdrop.
Yep.
Bump. That was really good. On his way, or like I guess early on in the match, JR said on commentary that Gangrel is living a gothic lifestyle of some sort. We're like, what? What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Yeah, the match was fine. D'Lo hit a running powerbomb.
Yeah,
which
a nice
we get to see 2 more powerbombs on the show.
Big powerbomb show. Not as many pile drivers as that one show a couple of weeks ago.
That was a lot of pile drivers. That's because the Harris brothers aren't on this show.
That's true.
And then the finish was...
Finish was a cheap shot from...
Mark Henry.
Mark Henry got involved.
Yeah, Mark Henry.
Yeah, it was dumb. Although it did lead to another good Gangrel bump. D'Lo whips Gangrel to the ropes. Mark Henry pulls the top rope down, and Gangrel takes like a big whip flip right over the top of the floor. Mark Henry picks him up and rams him back first into the ring post, throws him back in, sky high by D'Lo, done.
Boom, finish, Then Mark Henry gets in the ring to celebrate with D'Lo, and Gangrel drinks his blood.
Yep.
Gets Henry, spits it in his face, clobbers D'Lo, gives him the inverted or the impaler.
Yeah, hits his move because we're like, do your move.
Yeah, got his heat back while Mark Henry was blind on the outside. But match was fine. Gangrel kind of sloppy.
Yeah, it's
D'Lo, good gear.
2 fun but not great late 90s guys.
Yeah. So next is the triple threat cage match. Number 1 contender for the IC. Is that what they said?
Might have been.
Yeah, I think they said it was number 1 contender.
Okay.
So it's The Rock, Ken Shamrock, and Mankind. It was good. The start. I had to take a quick emergency bathroom run, and Scott had to give me play-by-play as I was in the bathroom. So the beginning had Rock and Shamrock going at it, and Foley very quietly hanging out. Yeah,
Rock and Shamrock going at it, and Foley not. And then Foley very quickly realizing, I can just walk to the door. And then he almost gets out the door.
Yeah.
And then the Rock's like, hey!
Gets wise to him.
Quit it.
Yeah.
And then it becomes very quickly that perhaps a 3-way escape the cage rules match is not great, because a lot of 3-ways involve 2 guys fighting and 1 guy resting, and why doesn't the guy resting just fucking leave?
Just leave. Just crawl out.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a very, very silly double abdominal stretch. So Shamrock on Foley and Rock on Shamrock
at the same time,
which then led to Shamrock hip tossing the Rock, and we were like, "Oh, do it!"
And now Foley should hip toss Shamrock, except Foley, like, while still in the abdominal stretch, just sort of like stood up and leaned over. So now he's just
Shamrock's kind of like on his
now
back.
just off the ground on Foley's back, and then Foley does like a very awkward like judo throw,
a little bit of a roll over to get him off his back.
Yeah.
Which was very silly looking. But yeah, they eventually, like, kind of, Shamrock and Mankind team up on the Rock for a while.
Yeah, they do a couple of, like, 2 guys look at each other like, hey,
why don't we just beat up the black guy?
there's the two of us are friends, and there's three of us.
So there's a lot of beating up on The Rock. Then
also, everyone's a babyface.
Yeah, everyone's babyface, which is crazy because like The Rock was just a heel and will be a heel again soon.
The Rock was a heel last pay-per-view. Yeah, and not even the last one we did, because there's been one in between that we didn't see, and he was still a heel on that. He was a heel 1 month ago.
Yep.
But pretty much, yeah, the fans have been sort of turning him face.
Yes.
And they just went with it for 2 months until they turn him heel again.
Yes. There's a lot of low blows and crotchings and dick kicks.
A lot of low blows, not enough oh-woes.
Not enough oh-woes. 0 oh-woes. Not to spoil it for you.
Not to spoil, but 0.
Yeah. Tons of low blows and just like, I don't know. That's, I guess, how you prevent the other people from winning. Yeah. At one point...
you can't leave the cage when your penis hurts.
You can't. At one point, The Rock tries to leave and gets stopped, and then when Foley knocks out his legs, and he, like, nuts himself on the top rope. But
do we do double people's elbow?
Well, then it leads to, like, literally the hottest thing on the entire show. Yeah. Which is Rock gets both of them down, stands over them, does a double people's elbow. And the crowd loses their fucking mind.
They're like, oh, we have an actual superstar on our hands here. I appreciated when he set up for the double people's elbow. Because normally he stands over them, takes off an elbow pad, waves his arms, and runs.
Yes.
This one, he took off both elbow pads.
Yeah.
Because he was going to elbow with both elbows. I appreciated that.
Yes.
That was nice.
Yeah. Sometimes he'll do it and then have to hit another one afterwards and take the other one off.
Yes.
This was off.
Yeah.
Take your pants off.
Giant pop.
So yeah, that was like the biggest pop on the show, like huge.
Yeah.
And then the Shamrock gets him in the ankle lock. He goes to get out of it. And Foley runs over and eats a rock bottom, like a really good rock bottom.
Yes.
Oh yeah, getting out of the ankle lock, he low blows Shamrock.
Of course.
Then Foley takes a really good rock bottom.
Real nice.
Then I don't know, how does Foley get the chair?
How is the cage jump after the chair or before?
Before.
All right.
But how does he get the chair?
That's actually a great question because it's a cage match.
Yeah, so...
What was the chair doing?
Rock takes a big belly-to-belly suplex from Shamrock.
Yeah.
Then Foley climbs up to the top of the cage.
Just
dives off for an elbow drop, Snuka style.
Absolutely eat shit missing an elbow. That must have hurt.
Shoulder and face just mushing
looked great.
Yeah.
Great missed elbow off the top.
Yeah.
I would not be lining up to do that.
No, absolutely not. But would you do the elbow drop or the moonsault? Because that Kurt moonsault is terrifying.
I can't do a moonsault.
Yeah, but if you could do one... If you could do both.
I would do a somersault.
Okay.
I would rather land on my back than my front or side.
Land on your back on a guy.
I would I would miss it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he misses the giant elbow. Then...
somehow a chair gets
I don't
introduced.
remember how he gets the chair. But he's got the chair... then Shamrock fights it away from him. Shamrock swings at him and misses and hits the cage. Foley hits the double arm DDT.
Yeah.
Picks the chair up. When Shamrock gets up, he fucking blasts Ken in the face.
Absolutely cracks him with the chair.
Unprotected right to the fucking head.
There's got to be a good compilation of chair shots on Ken Shamrock.
There's a really, really good one that's early, like from earlier with him and The Rock, where he's
the Rock one's brutal.
He's got like Owen in the ankle lock, maybe,
yeah.
And Rock just walks up and just full on in the fucking face.
Yeah,
it's super hard.
Is it like the baseball swing to the face?
Yeah,
a
just
classic.
So fucking hard.
Yeah,
explains why Ken's such a fucking nut job.
And that's the thing. Like Ken was a nut job then because he asked for that.
Yeah,
he's like,
do it.
Hit me as hard as you can in the face.
Do it, you fucking pussy.
And Rock's like, it's fake, bro.
Bro, I don't need to hit you, but I'm gonna if you want me to.
But I'm going to because I'm scared of you.
Yeah. So yeah, just blasts Ken, and then Mankind in celebration, like cockily, climbs up to the top of the cage. He's like doing the fist up at the crowd.
I'm gonna do it.
Meanwhile, The Rock crawls over
Pinskin
Shamrock while Foley is very slowly climbing out the cage.
Winner via pinfall via chair shot.
The Rock.
Via someone else's chair shot, The Rock.
The Rock.
Yeah. Which he never, if this was an IC number one contenders match, he never gets that match.
No, and he also doesn't get a world title match.
No,
maybe it wasn't, and I just heard them say it.
He's the next world champion. Spoiler,
yeah, that's true.
But,
maybe I don't know.
Yeah, but he wins that in a tournament. He doesn't, yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe I just heard it wrong.
I do think it was some kind of number one contenders.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard them say.
I couldn't tell you. What does it say does it say on the cage match? Or just cage match? Does it say cage match on cage match? Or in Wikipedia, that would also say things.
Same night, Shamrock continued Austin. Rand gave an opportunity to win a WWF Championship title match in the triple threat match.
It's a world title number one contender.
That's what it says.
Okay.
But does that mean it actually happened?
Rock does not get a shot. He ends up being in the tournament and winning in 2 months.
Well, they obviously didn't care and forgot all that.
Yep.
The next match is Val Venus against the debut of Jesus Boy Dustin Runnels.
Yep.
The promo package shows Dustin jumping Val a bunch because Val's a porn star and he loves Jesus. And then Val...
Pretty good retaliation by Val.
Yeah, Val does a good job getting the upper hand.
This was a real, you bring a knife, we bring a gun.
This is a real, you kill my accountant, now you must be my accountant.
Absolutely. This is a real...
don't get even, get beaven.
I was going to say, this is a real, I fucked your brother, now you're my brother.
Yes. So Val debuted on Raw his newest video, which was The Preacher's Wife.
Yep.
Which was him getting a simulated blowjob under the covers by Terry Runnels. And in the promo package, Val claimed that being on your knees must run in your family because Dustin's praying and Terry's sucking.
That was good. I like that.
This was also a moment where Scott and I discussed that we never found Terry Runnels attractive. Not even a little bit.
Because she was around for a while in WCW, but that was before I started watching anything or had access to WCW. Yeah. So, like, her as Marlena was my introduction to her.
Yeah.
And I didn't... I couldn't even, like, comprehend what they were doing when they were acting like she was hot.
Yeah, she's just very... very fake looking with her like giant fake boobs.
She's never had a good face.
And a bad face and bad hair.
And hair.
Like her hair is like 80s hair.
It's very 80s hair, and I think she has probably naturally kind of dark hair, and it's this ugly color of bleach blonde.
She did, because in WCW she had like a light, like a darker middle brown hair.
Alexandra York of the York Foundation,
yes, with her giving everybody full legal government names:
Richard Morton, Robert Eaton,
Terrence Taylor.
Terrence Malick.
He's made a couple good movies.
Stephen Austin.
Stephen Baldwin.
Richard Steamboat.
Stephen Austin spelt with a PH.
Oh, PH, I like it.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Stephen Austin.
So, yeah, I really don't understand why anyone has ever found her attractive.
She's a real... Look, let's get down to brass tacks here. She's a real hedgehog of a bitch.
Can we... not to... I mean, this is still on topic, but like how almost... like outside of Sable...
Yeah.
None of the Attitude Era women were attractive. Jacqueline, Tori...
No. I mean, Jacqueline's...
Luna.
I mean, yeah, Luna's objectively gross. China is not even a woman. Jacqueline, not attractive. Her tits were very funny, though.
Yeah. Like way too big for
like, I could look at Jacqueline all day because it's funny.
Yes, yeah. And like, who else was there? There was other women.
The cat.
Nicole Bass.
Okay.
BB.
Don't say other women and then say Nicole Bass. That's just going to confuse
Barbara
people.
Bush.
Barbara Bush. Yeah, she was weird and fake looking.
Yeah, super fake looking. And then Bob Holly married her.
Miss Kitty, the cat.
Yeah, she wasn't. I don't know.
She was okay.
She was fine.
Yeah.
Well, there's got to be other women, right? We're forgetting somebody.
I mean,
I don't know.
I mean that once you get the WCW transplants, then it gets because you get
that's different.
You're Tori and Stacy.
Now
we're talking.
And then you have Trish and and I'm not Lita, but So during this whole thing, during the whole vignette before the match, Val, who is the face,
as we're watching him fuck another man's wife for revenge, we're like, Val's the good guy.
To be fair, they never show them fucking. They only show them performing oral sex on each other.
Pardon me.
That is it. There is no pen, only mouth.
That's fair. I shouldn't have spoken out of turn on that.
Anyways, continue.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was just thinking about pen and mouth, as I am wont to do. But yeah, we're like, so Val's the good guy here.
Val is the good guy.
Yeah.
The Jesus boy is the bad guy.
Religious man who's just trying to do his best is the asshole.
The guy who's trying to keep his family together and make the product more family friendly.
And the porn star railing his wife is the good guy. We're like, the late 90s were cool.
The late 90s rock.
They kind of do. Guy who fucks a lot is number one, and Jesus isn't cool anymore.
Yeah, so the guy who's committing adultery talks about how he's going to take away the Christian heel's dignity.
Technically, she is committing adultery with Val.
Sorry, you are correct.
Val's just getting laid.
The man who is at a company to
accessory to
adultery is going to take away the Christian heel's dignity. Or I believe he says all the dignity you have left.
Yes.
So what a weird world we live in. that is the situation.
That is weird, wild stuff.
Are you Mr. Howell from?
I mean, it's Johnny Carson, but if I do it too hard, it ventures into Thurston Howell. But that is weird. That is some wild stuff. Johnny's more up. Yeah, Johnny's more upbeat. Thurston Howell is lovey. That is some weird, wild stuff. This is Thurston Howell doing an impression of Johnny Carson.
And why is the captain behind him? Lovey, I don't know about
what if Gilligan was the top? Could you even imagine?
Yeah, I could.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think there's lots of
big subby captain.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
Now that we've said it out loud, I'm into it. I'm back in. I'm back in on top Gilligan.
I wonder if there's a porn parody of that.
How about Gilligan's Guyland and Ginger and Marianne can fuck right off?
What about Mrs. Howell?
She stays.
So yeah, again, this match is also really nothing. The first move of the match is
big old powerbomb.
Dustin hitting like a shoot powerbomb.
Yeah, that was cool.
Just out of nowhere.
We're like, one, that was cool. Two, Dustin doesn't even do powerbombs.
Doesn't even do powerbombs. Not even his move. But yeah, the match is, I mean, Dustin's on drugs, so he's skinnier. He's lost some weight since the artist formerly known as Goldust.
Yeah, he was real fat for that. And he'll be real fat again.
Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, you will get Fat Dustin
You'll
back.
get Black Rain.
Black Rain, with his rat.
Yep.
And Relic.
Did his rat have a cool name?
I don't know, maybe.
Simon.
Ratatouille? I don't know.
Radigan? No, that
Radigan.
That's Great Mouse Detective.
What do we got here? Black Rain. I'm just gonna look up rat. See what comes up.
Show me rat.
It doesn't help that rat is in words.
You know what? That's the thing about RAT. Sometimes it's in other words.
Second run in WWE, 9th run in WWE, 15th run in WWE.
He's been hired and fired so many fucking times. It's crazy.
It doesn't say.
It's a shame.
So I couldn't tell you what his rat's name was.
I feel like he had a name, though.
He probably did have a name. Relic, Black Ram, he beat up Kaz. Good for him.
Okay, we don't need his history as Black Rain in TNA. Drew, here's the thing about using the internet. If you type in Black Rain rat name, it tells you the answer is Misty.
Literally what I just did.
But you did other stuff for half an hour leading up to it.
It also gave me Radigan of
Hell, did it?
Detective. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about Great Mouse Detective. It's a good movie.
It's just Rat Sherlock, but okay.
And how is that not cool?
Because it's a rat.
Robin Hood was just Fox Robin Hood.
Yeah, but that's sexy. Rat Sherlock is not sexy.
I like rats.
No.
No?
No, they're gross.
No, I'm okay with them.
All right, you have sex with a rat.
Didn't know we had to jump to that.
Yeah. I don't remember anything else about this match.
Val Venus.
He went for the money shot and got crotched on the top rope. And then Dustin went to give him a superplex and got shoved off, and then Val hit the money shot.
Gave him the money shot, and that was it.
I think so.
Good guy, bad guy wins.
And he got
good guy wins.
At one point, he got thrown out of the ring and aggressively made out with Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gross.
Really went for it.
Barfcity.org, bro. I'm logging on. So the next, the semi-main is a 6-man tag of Jeff Jarrett and Southern Justice against Billy Gunn, the Road Dogg, and X-Pac of D-Generation X.
Fashion Corner. Let's talk about it. First of all, Jeff Jarrett sporting the new crew cut because he lost his hair to X-Pac last month.
Although he should have had his head shaved, but whatever.
He should have had his head shaved instead of just getting a nice haircut.
A regular human haircut.
Yeah, just looks like a person now.
Yeah.
Back to Aztec biker shorts.
Bikers.
Which he sticks with for the rest of his run here.
Yes. He has now started sporting his Don't Pee Star Double Star Me Off.
Yep. Shirt and guitar. Really getting the branding over.
Southern Justice.
I was going to say it, but that's not the Fashion Corner we're here for, because we're talking about Southern Justice.
Southern Justice, Mark Canterbury and Dennis Knight, formerly Pig and Hog.
Yep.
They are wearing dress shoes.
Yep.
Dress pants.
Mm-hmm.
They come out with sport coats on.
Dress shirt, vest, sport coat.
They take the sport coats off and they
rest stays on
in the jacket, in the vests.
Yeah.
So they look respectable.
Yes.
They still smell like pig shit.
They smell like pigs, and you know there's all kinds of Confederate flag tattoos under those shirts.
And then you get one covered up, and then you get another one down here, but then you get that one covered up, then you get it on the other arm. You just keep moving around the Confederate flag.
It's like cancer. Like you cut it out and you think you've got it, but then it shows up somewhere else.
But then it comes back twice as strong in a different part.
Yeah, stars and bars. The cancer of being racist.
These colors don't run.
Hey, at the end of the day, it's all red, white, and blue.
That is true. And it's all red, white, and blue. USA, number 1.
USA, Confederacy,
number 1.
France, Russia, all red, white, and blue.
Russia, the good guys. This match was decent. It had good heat. DX got good heat. There was a really hot tag to Billy Gunn that got some really good pop.
Yeah.
Like, the crowd's really into
pretty
DX
good action. It wasn't like that. I feel like it was like a DOA 6-man maybe a couple pay-per-views ago where even though there's 6 of you, you're all doing rest holds all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, this one had action.
There wasn't a lot of rest holds. It was a lot of Southern Justice just doing, like, clotheslines and scoop slams and
how about
putting the boots to him?
How about that catch off the X-Pac spinning heel kick?
Yes,
by Big Mark into a big old power bomb. That was sick, like a one-legged power bomb.
It was like that clutching power bomb that Benoit did in No Mercy,
and Ken Senior kind of did, Ken Senior's cannonball bomb.
Yeah. So yeah,
awesome.
That was really, really good.
Yeah.
There was like a real hot Knight clotheslines Road Dogg over the top, gets Faymastered by Billy. Then Billy and Mark take like Jarrett runs at Billy, who gets him like a big punch, and Jarrett goes all the way back in the corner and falls down. Then Canterbury runs at Billy, and they both jump out, and then just out of nowhere, X-Pac comes flying in for the Bronco Buster.
Yeah.
But like it was all like boom, 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 like really, really well done.
Good timing.
Then Jarrett and X-Pac end up on the floor. Jarrett clobbers him with the guitar.
Yeah.
But while all that's happening, Billy's in the ring and hits the Faymaster on Knight for the finish.
Which is a finisher now, even though we've been watching Billy Gunn do this move, second move in the match.
As a throwaway, nothing, not even going for a pinfall.
For 3 years of In Your Houses now. So it's weird to see him finish with it, even though we know it as his finisher.
Even though we know it's the finish.
And when you were saying clothesline earlier, that twigged something in me. I don't know if we gave enough attention to Bradshaw's 2 clotheslines that he didn't pin Vader with. They were so hard.
Oh, they were mean.
He swung so hard.
Yeah.
He swung through Vader.
He was trying to knock Vader off his feet.
Yeah, and he did.
Yeah, and he absolutely did. Just clobbered him.
Anyway, just wanted to give that the gravitas it deserves.
Yes. So now, time for the main event. A WWF World Heavyweight Title Triple Threat match of champion Steve Austin versus Kane versus The Undertaker, with the added stipulation that if anyone interferes on Austin's behalf, like who would though? It's not like he had friends.
He has no friends.
He would lose the title. And then Kane and Undertaker can't pin each other. They have to pin Austin.
It's a handicap match.
So it's a handicap match.
It's a handicap match where Kane or Undertaker have to decide who pins him. Spoiler, they don't.
Spoiler, there's no decision made. So Kane comes out, Taker comes out, on his way to the ring.
You get excited when Taker comes out, because
Taker's got the badass added guitar riff,
sick music now,
like Ministry music, and it fucking rules.
Yeah,
this show has too much.
Yep.
Vader.
Yep.
Gangrel.
If Bradshaw had come out to Blackjack's music, goddamn.
He's
not a Blackjack no more.
Gangrel, and then now Undertaker. Oh, this is some of the best music of the era, and we finally get the Jeff Jarrett noted cocky asshole Jarrett music that I know and love.
Yeah.
So Undertaker on his way to the ring. Austin runs out behind and clobbers him with a chair. He stays down the entranceway for a little bit, and then he gets to the ring. And so it starts off with Kane and Austin. I don't know. This match was shit.
Here's WWF's dirty little secret. Don't tell it. This isn't even for the podcast listeners.
Are you just whispering hearsay on a bar stool?
This is just between me and you. Okay. So don't let this get any further than us, okay?
Let anyone know, okay.
And if anyone happens, if I speak a little too loudly and someone else overhears, you keep your fucking mouth shut, because this isn't for the general public, okay? Even though Steve Austin and The Undertaker are 2 of the biggest WWF/E stars of all time, and both are regarded as good workers, they're fucking dog shit together. I don't know why.
I don't know what it is.
Somehow all their good qualities cancel out, and we just get boring nonsense with them.
You get the weakest parts of their 2
I don't know how it happens.
True.
They're just these competing forces somehow just don't work.
They really don't.
They're so boring together.
It's like they can't put anything entertaining together, so they just do basic brawling or chaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, they never try to do anything different.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, the match is just straight up a handicap match. Austin gets some offense in towards the very beginning.
And actually, speaking of Austin Taker, because the most recent pay-per-view that aired, not the one we did, the one between our last 2, was SummerSlam 1998, which features a main event of Steve Austin versus The Undertaker, which some people who don't remember it very well and haven't watched it in a long time think is really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Because they only remember the one spot where Undertaker does a leg drop off the top through a table.
Yes.
That spot is good.
Yep.
The rest of the half-hour match is so boring.
Yeah.
I hate it.
It sucks. It is awful.
It's boring as shit.
After Austin's been beating up Kane for a while, Taker comes down. He's got the chair still. He's mad. He drags Austin out of the ring and they start brawling on the floor. Austin reverses a whip and Taker flies kneecaps first into the side of the stairs.
Whack.
Like trying to dislocate both of his knees.
Trying to hurt himself.
Like as hard as he can. It fucking sucked.
I respect that.
But yeah, I mean, the match itself, very boring. Just a lot of double teams on Austin. There is a few moments of, like Kane and Undertaker having a miscommunication, but then they...
Yeah, because it was a lot of Kane and Taker beating him up, but then sometimes... I think it was one where Taker hit Kane by accident. They're like,
Austin
we could also hit each
Kane.
other.
Yeah. They do like one or two brief like exchanges, but then immediately just go back to double teaming Austin.
Paul Bearer there? No.
Bearer wasn't there because Bearer's...
Shouldn't he be with Kane?
I think he's with Mankind.
Wasn't with Mankind.
Yeah.
No, Mankind's full on face.
Then I have no idea.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Maybe he exploded.
Maybe he's going back to ginger hair.
I love ginger hair.
Yeah. Oh, I guess he is ginger hair right now.
He's ginger hair now, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There is a moment...
I guess maybe they figured they didn't need a heel manager interfering on top of two people already beating up Steve Austin.
Yeah, probably. There is a moment where they get back in the ring. They pull Austin almost all the way over the top rope. Kane has climbed to the top rope to do what he does, like the diving lariat.
Yeah.
But Taker, doesn't really...
Taker's not really looking at him.
Out of the way.
This spot is the plan.
Yeah.
But nothing about it looks good.
Kane doesn't get a good, jump, and he lands weird, and Taker doesn't really move, and Austin's not really far enough in the ring to get hit and take the bump in.
So Austin just sort of crumbles into the ring, and...
the whole thing was a fucking mess. Eventually, Kane and Taker have, a big moment where they trade some blows. Taker gets thrown to the floor.
Yeah.
And Austin just straight up hits stunner on Kane.
And the timing was so perfect because I don't think it was intentional on Jim's part or he was even really expecting it because it was a very out of nowhere thing. And Jim was just saying, for the sake of something to say during the match, because it's just sort of I think Austin and Kane are just doing a rope running spot or something. It's Steve Austin looking for that Stone Cold Stunner. Half a second later, boom,
kick
stunner.
Yeah, hits stunner out of nowhere. Good one, Jim. It's like you know your friend or something. He hits the stunner, but before he can get the pin, Taker pulls him out of the ring.
Yeah.
Then I don't know. Is there nothing else? Really?
Not really. They just kind of dick around, and then Taker and Kane hit a double choke slam and pin him clean.
And then before they can even figure out what's happening, Vince, who is standing in the entranceway with Slaughter and Briscoe of Patterson, just sends Briscoe down. He runs all the way down, grabs the belt, runs back up the ramp with the Smoky Skull belt. Vince stands at the top of the entranceway, showing it.
This all made internal sense. It's kind of silly, but I liked it because Vince cares more about getting the title off Austin than onto anyone else.
Yeah.
He's not pro anyone. He's just anti-Austin.
Yeah.
So he saw Austin get pinned.
So he's happy.
It's questionable who the champion is, but Vince knows it's not Austin. So, I'm taking your belt.
Yeah, you're not the champion.
We'll deal with who gets the belt later.
I'll figure this out later.
I don't really care, to be honest. Yeah. But I know you don't have it.
Yes.
And I'm going to take it.
Yeah. He runs out of the building. Austin gives chase. Kane and Taker are sort of just confused in the ring.
Yeah.
He chases them all the way out to the parking lot. Vince is getting in his limo. Gives Austin the weird Vince McMahon knuckles locked, thumb out to the side, middle finger,
the claw finger.
Yeah, just
when I give someone the finger, and actually I don't even do it very often. I normally do the British two fingers because I'm cool.
You watched a lot of Red Dwarf.
Exactly. But if I was to give the finger, I hold my index finger down with my thumb.
As do I.
Extend my middle finger. I don't do the weird, nothing holding anything. Just all fingers, having to fend for themselves, loosey-goosey finger.
Yeah.
It just looks weird.
Maybe that's what your fingers do when you've been molested as a child.
Are you
naturally that's
suggesting that Vince McMahon was molested as a child?
I'm just asking questions.
I'm just asking questions.
Just asking questions. I was the governor of Minnesota.
But yeah,
I was a Marine.
His mom rented him out to various gentleman callers.
To her boyfriends.
You know,
what a weird combination.
Look, man, as I said off air, and I'll say it on air, there's lots of regular guys who like to have sex with adult women and then with their male children. That's very common.
Very common.
I don't see what the problem is.
Common practice.
Pedophile court will bear me out on this.
Pedophile court.
So, pardon me. Pedophile Supreme Court.
Yes, pedophile Supreme Court.
After it goes through the pedophile court of appeals, it goes to the pedophile Supreme Court.
A much higher standard is being set.
Yeah.
Oh, I love what went on with his life.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
What went on with his life.
His grandkids have such dumb fucking names.
Oh, Shane's kids?
And also Hunter and Stephanie's names.
Do they have shitty kids too? I know Shane's are dumb.
They're all girls. Their names are Aurora Rose.
Yeah.
Murphy Claire.
I don't like Girl Murphy.
And Vaughn Evelyn.
Like Vaughn?
Yeah.
I don't like that. I really don't like Girl Murphy.
Yeah.
And then Shane's
Murphy
kids...
Claire. Shane's are Declan James. Kenyon Jesse. And Rogan Henry.
I like zero of those names.
If you had to choose one.
And they're all like 2 syllables, ends in N.
Oh, yeah.
Declan, Kenyon... Like, imagine calling your 3 kids for dinner.
Yeah.
Declan, Kenyon, Rogan, time for dinner.
Yeah.
Kill yourself. Kill yourself, kill your kids.
Shane has
hide
tried.
your wife, hide your kids.
Shane has tried.
What?
Shane has tried to kill himself.
I don't think... Oh, when things are going bad in China?
No, like just...
like in wrestling matches.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
all
much...
high-flying
That's
shit.
way less dark than what I was thinking. He's done some scary stunts in wrestling and hasn't tried to hang himself in China, is what you're saying. I understand now. I'm on board.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, man, what a life he's lived. So that was the bad pay-per-view, and then we're never gonna find out what happens except for the next pay-per-view.
That's correct.
Yeah, it's this is the closest together pay-per-view in your houses, right? Is September, November, or September, October?
The only 2 a year are April, May, and September, October.
Right.
Everything else has a gap.
Right.
Not unlike my thighs.
The next one is bad.
Next one sucks, doesn't it?
It's terrible. It might be worse than this one.
It's like this one, but worse.
There's one good match. Maybe 2.
Okay.
Anyways, that is it for In Your House 24.
We'll see you guys on Thursday for the first of what will be at least 2. We'll try to keep it to 2, but if you guys give us a bunch more money, then I guess we'll do more.
Well, it's already after the cutoff.
This is airing after the cutoff, but in real time, there's 24 more hours. So if we have a real strong 24...
Yes, I guess, but I don't know.
You don't know what people are going to do.
I don't know, actually.
And blowing your mind. But yeah, probably 2. The first of 2, all request movie drive.
All request movie drives.
Episode. So, I think as it stands, we're doing probably 10 movies on Thursday. So that should be fun. And we'll try to give you your money's worth. And if we don't, that seems like a you problem.
That is very much a you problem.
And that's that. Secret letters S, as always. What if the secret letter had been S for like 40 straight episodes? The secret message is
snake. I'm a slippery snake.
This one's S. There have been other ones.
Has there been 2 S's back to back?
Yes. Pretty recently.
Uh-oh.
If you've been paying attention, you'd already know that.
Are we Harris Brothers?
Oh, I see. Are you saying our secret message is about the SS?
It's about the SS.
Interesting.
And how we're secretly both... We're Ron and Don Harris.
That would be a good reveal at the end.
Are you a heavy D man, or are you a big Ron?
I'm an 8-ball. You're the skull to my 8-ball.
I don't know which one.
I don't know which one's Ron and Don. Who gives a fuck?
Check for the tattoos.